Sons and Daughters of God for July 9th. The reading is entitled, Sense of God's Presence Banishes Fear. The scripture reading is taken from Joshua 1:9. Be strong and of a good courage. Be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed. For the Lord thy God is with thee whithersoever thou goest. Only the sense of God's presence can banish the fear that, for the timid child, would make life a burden. Let him fix in his memory the promise, the angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him, and delivereth them. Let him read that wonderful story of Elisha in the mountain city, and between him and the hosts of armed foemen, a mighty encircling band of heavenly angels. Let him read how to Peter in prison and condemned to death, God's angel appeared, how past the armed guards, the massive doors and great iron gateway, with their bolts and bars, the angel led God's servant forth in safety. Let him read of that scene on the sea, when to the tempest-tossed soldiers and seamen, worn with labor and watching and longing fasting, Paul, the prisoner, on his way to trial and execution, spoke those grand words of courage and hope. Be of good cheer, for there shall be no loss of any man's life among you. For there stood by me this night the angel of God, whose I am and whom I serve, saying, Fear not, Paul, thou must be brought before Caesar, and lo, God hath given thee all them that sail with thee. In the faith of this promise, Paul assured his companions, There shall not a hair fall from the head of any of you. So it came to pass, because there was in that ship one man through whom God could work, the whole shipload of heathen soldiers and sailors was preserved. Let the self-distrustful, whose lack of self-reliance leads them to shrink from care and responsibility, be taught reliance upon God. Thus many a one who otherwise would be but a cipher in the world, perhaps only a helpless burden, will be able to say with the apostle, I can do all things through Christ, which strengtheneth me. Thank you for listening.